Uh, so whenever you see a radical, I think it will be a good practice to, before you apply any of the limit laws, to go ahead and eliminate one of the radicals by multiplying by the conjugate. Now, if I'm thinking about the bottom, it won't work well for me because the conjugate is going to be 12 minus x minus 9. And again, if x equals 3, then I end up having 9 minus 9. So that's not much of a help. On the other hand, it will help me to multiply the conjugate of the numerator. So I'll multiply and divide by the same, like so. So let's see what happens once we do this. Again, I need to put parentheses here as well. So it's equal to what? Let's check what happened with the numerator. We'll have the radicals with the square of the radical minus the square of 5. So we end up having 28 minus 6 minus 25. I'm sorry? Is it good now? Yeah. I wasn't sure. So, so minus 25. And here we have that doesn't help me much.
You got to do one and then do the conjugate of the other.
Let me see. Probably we probably want to do more than one conjugation. So here we have 3 minus x. Both. Let me just simplify it first, okay? This would be 3 minus x on top. And okay, so what is the suggestion? Which conjugate? This one or the first one or the second one? I'm sorry? Ready, this one? So like so. Okay, so this will take care of this part. And what do we have on top though? Let's deal with the bottom first. The bottom will give me 12 minus x minus 9. Okay, now I see it. Times 28 minus 6 plus 5. The top will be, I'm going to keep that 3 minus x, and then the conjugate. I see that. Now this, if you look at it again, it will be 3 minus 6 times the radical plus 3 over 3 minus 6 times this radical plus 5. And now, here's the cancellation of the whole. And now we can just do the substitution at this point. Well, technically we need to go through the limit laws step by step, but we all know how to do it, so I'll just do the substitution. I'll do just the quotient law. The reason I can do the quotient law at this point, well, because we learned in the previous section that we have a number of functions that are continuous. For instance, we know that all these functions, and the function on this list are continuous on their domain. So we're looking at polynomial, we're looking at root, and so on. So this is a root function, this is just a constant, so we know as long as x is not less than or greater than 12, we don't have a problem with the domain. And here, as long as x is not greater than 28. So we're looking at x equals 3, and we see that this function is continuous at 3, this function is continuous at 3, and therefore we are allowed to do the substitution. So the substitution will give us the square root of 9 plus 3 divided by the square root of 25 plus 5. And of course we have 6 over 10 reduced to 3 over 5, like so. Okay, so this is a case where we need to multiply by the conjugate twice.